Hello all, welcome to today's Dashcam Diary of Disabled with me, Chronically Happy. So I barely got any sleep last night, guys. I got like maybe an hour nap this morning. I had to text my mom at like 5 in the morning, like asking her like, did you leave any Ambien here? Or I don't even know if I can take Ambien, honestly, with this medication. I've never asked her. There are just some nights I just can't sleep, and I don't have a Xanax to be able to help me sleep because of high anxiety and PTSD because of all the stuff that the VA has put me through, and it's still putting me through. I was very, very scared for today. The last examination I had in this town was, it went very badly, and I basically ran out of that appointment in the middle of it. I stopped it and ran to my car, or went there fast, and I got out of there. I didn't even finish it. I couldn't. The lady was a witch. Exchanged the W for a B. She was a witch, and I'm just so skeptical of any exam, period, especially when it's like a nurse practitioner and not somebody that knows anything about anything. But this one was actually an old lady, so it kind of helped ease me a little bit, but not all old ladies are nice. She was actually very, very kind. I actually had some tears of happiness during the exam towards the end there, because I just told her, thank you. Thank you for doing this job. She was behind schedule. She took too much time with the guy before me, which I was really thankful for, because I was actually 15 minutes late, or 10 minutes late to my appointment. And usually they just turn you away. And they have to be accountable for their time. So the longer they take on these exams, the more they kind of have to get paid from the VA. So they may or may not use this evaluator again, because she's not very efficient with her time and the time allotted to do these exams. But I appreciate one that does listen and take their time. These exams should not be rushed, especially when she tried to get an hour for me, but the VA is really strict, and so since she went over her time frame, they need to be a little less stringent with their time with these contractors, because they're contracting these doctors and nurse practitioners or evaluators. They're contracted to do these exams, and they have to do it within the time allotted to them, and so this is only going to look bad on her, but hopefully they'll continue to use her, because she had to evaluate me on 3 different things. Like, how is it 30 minutes? That's 10 minutes per section. And when there's somebody that's really complicated like me, I need more time, like a standard 30 minutes is not enough time for my chiropractor. A standard 15 minutes with my primary is not enough time to go over everything I need to do. So these doctors are perpetually getting over late unless they want to be very punctual doctors, and they refuse to do more than the extra. My doctor I've tried to beg my doctor for longer than 15 minutes, because for my cousin, he gives her a half hour. Well, why don't I get that same thing? I'm complicated, but usually he can wrap me up within 20 minutes, so he's not that late to his other patients, but I need him to be there for me. I need a primary that's going to be supportive, and he has been. He really has been. So he's not a has-been. He's not washed up. But no, I was trying to make a joke. In a literal tone. But no, I see my primary tomorrow, and thank goodness, because I am so anxious for my EMG test, for my nerve function. Like, I really want to have an updated nerve function test. Oh, my back, my lower back is hurting so bad right now. I did not sleep good. But I'm so happy it went good. I have a feeling I don't need to go in front of a judge now. Thank goodness. Like, thank goodness. And I showed her that I didn't have Chiari in 2009. It was not seen. But in March 2011, within the year time frame, thank goodness it was within a year, because it was incidentally found that I had Chiari malformation. And I'm like, what is that? What is Chiari? Alright, so if y'all haven't listened to me talk about Chiari before on any of my videos, and if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to my medical journey. I got diagnosed with Chiari in 2011, March of 2011. In order to get any service compensation and pension from the VA for service-connected disabilities, you have a 1-year grace period after your service is terminated to get all your medical stuff diagnosed within that first year. If you don't, like my celiac disease was 1 year, 2 months. 1 year, 2 months, and they denied me. They're so stringent on that. I'm like, you mother truckers. And it's all because I didn't answer on my leaving exam, my leaving physical. They do a physical when you enter and when you leave the Navy, or military in general. I didn't think about my stomach issues, even though I was in and out of the ER constantly. I was trying to just have less on my record, and I wanted them to focus on my freaking neck pain, and my pain I was in. I wanted the military to focus on my pain and what was causing it, because I wasn't getting any answers. And then the medical boarded me out of the military after 2 years of trying to fix me, because it wasn't a bulging disc problem that was causing me all that pain. It wasn't pressing on the nerves. So, yeah, I got diagnosed with cervical algia, like, issues. So, my medical board did not have, like, you have to have, like, a 30% or higher than 30% medical board rating in order to get medical retirement from the military, which gives you a lot more benefits, but it's a different process than what the VA does if you're medically retired. I learned how different it was with a guy that I dated that got medically retired, and it was really weird, and I didn't understand what he was going through, because it was completely bonkers and weird compared to what I was dealing with. So I don't even know that side of everything. But I do have a friend that has had to fight hard, who has MS. So he's been gaslit by a lot of doctors. He's had a lot of medical issues and stuff. We were testing the waters to potentially, we went on a couple dates or whatever, but it just, I just didn't see it working out in that kind of way. Yeah, I couldn't, I just didn't connect with them. We didn't have the chemistry or something. I don't know. But even though it didn't work out, we're still friends, and he every once in a while throws comments on my Facebook page, and like replies to things that I post. But a lot of the times I don't really post anything substantial on Facebook anymore, because I'm posting it here on YouTube. So the majority of my Facebook users don't get much except for memes and some recycled videos that I like to post that nobody really cares a F about, really, honestly. So my Facebook time is, even though I may be on Facebook a lot, I am just on other people's profiles reacting, commenting, doom scrolling basically. Is what it is. Heading to Walmart right now to get Stormy some new treats, and I wish I could pay my freaking bill there. Maybe I can. I've just never looked into it because I don't want to stand on the customer service line or anything like that. So, but I'm pretty sure they don't because it's a Capital One credit card, store card. A large limit. I'm surprised they haven't taken down my limit. They're the ones that I wished would lower my limit. Vice the other cards that have lowered my limit, like my care credit. Mother truckers. Mother truckers. I may make that for some merch, mother trucker, because I'm trying to keep it to the algorithm so I can still monetize at some point. That is my goal. I'd love to be popular enough, but I don't have the good niche of all this medical stuff. Like, not that many people listen to video bloggers. Y'all like my dog videos mostly, and some of my not really any of my dash cams. It's like my EDC outfit thing, or I'm going to find a better niche to pull people in to my channel, and I'm going to start doing other categories. Like today, I want to do an apple test video because I'm doing applesauce today. So I gotta get my stuff. I gotta get my canning done today. I got a can a batch or two. I have a partial batch in the fridge right now. That's sat for 2 days now, and I really need to get that either canned up today or eat it all, which is too much to eat. I just wanted to add more apple to it. It's really pear tasting. I want more apple flavor instead of pear. So I have a lot of apples I picked on Wednesday. Today's Thursday, isn't it? It was yesterday. Yesterday was a long day, yo. I drove 160 miles to go pick apples, and it took me like 3 hours to pick apples because I took a lot of breaks because I'm disabled. I can't just be up on a ladder for very long. And I spent like all day in the car yesterday, and then I had the VA call me on my way home, and I was like really irritated and annoyed that they were calling and interrupting my drive. But my phone will like to answer it because it's on Bluetooth and does hands-free answering whether I want to answer it or not. My car answers it for me. So I'm like, I might as well just pick it up myself and be annoyed instead of waiting a couple minutes to like get my customer service voice on. By the time I hung up with her, I had my customer service voice on of, thank you so much for your help, and hold on, let me ask you a few questions that you can't answer, because I just want the inside scoop, but some of these community care people, they're very tight-lipped. This one was a little tight-lipped, but she did very good handling me, so I appreciate that. I like to make them laugh too with my questions. So we had a couple good laughs by the time I hung up the phone with her after answering her, like, do you have time to talk? I'm like, I'm driving. Are you driving safely? Okay. I'm like, yes, let's just get this over with. Like, let's get this damn phone call over with. Like, what do you want? What's going on? And she repeated herself a couple times. I'm just like, I'm more annoyed with having to repeat myself or listen to somebody like say the same thing all the time. I'm like, okay, guys, I got your point. I'm gonna sit in the parking lot for a while and finish this video. Take it easy on a little bit. I hate shopping. I hate shopping, but I also love it. So it was a long day yesterday, and I ended up just laying in bed the rest of the freaking day when I got home, because I got home at like 4:30 in the afternoon or 5 or something. I don't even know. It's a blur since I only got like 1 hour of sleep last night. I had the worst insomnia because of my anxiety and PTSD about today's appointment. I ran out of the last one crying in the middle of it. So this one, I'm so thankful it went good. I'm relieved. But now, you know, I'm going to end up taking a nap later this afternoon. My sleep is all jacked up. I ended up taking a nap yesterday, and that is probably partial reason for my insomnia. But I also started a limited series, 6-episode series, and I couldn't turn it off. I'm like, okay, just 1 or 2 episodes, and I'll watch the rest later. But I was really pulled in by the show, and I absolutely loved it. I felt like they did a good job on the Netflix. I watched The Perfect Couple. If y'all haven't watched it yet, I recommend it, but I know not everybody has the same kind of taste in movies and shows and such, so I like murder mystery stuff, and that was like right up my alley, and I'm like, who done it? I thought like somebody did it like the whole time, and like they did really good at baiting the watcher into thinking what they want me to think. And it's been a long while since I've watched a really, really good murder mystery like that. I really loved that show. It was a good show. And plus I like Lee Schreider. I don't know how to say his name. Lee Schreier. I don't know. But even though he's a freaking jerk in that show, I really kind of liked him too. I liked his character. He was weird. I like the weird. Nicole Kidman, man, she was stuck up. She was a stuck up lady in that series until I don't want to ruin it for anybody if y'all haven't watched it. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But the whodunit thing was serious. Like the plot twists, like in 6 episodes, like 6 hours. So that was part of my problem, because I was also trying to distract myself from the anxiety of today's exam, so I could actually go into it with like calmness. But I was a little ramped up on the way there because I was late, but she was running late, so it made everything a lot better by the time I actually got to talk to her, and then realizing how nice she was. So I really appreciated her exam, and I really want to go and give her a good review, because I want the VA to keep using her. She's going to do right by the veterans, and not all contracted doctors and practitioners are like that. I kept rescheduling this exam 3 times because I was so anxious about it. I rescheduled it because I'm like, I don't want a nurse practitioner. I want somebody that knows what the F they're talking about. Well, this lady was actually very, very, very knowledgeable. And she did the research and looked at my record, and she did an excellent job. Like, I really just... F yes. Thank you, VA, for actually contracting a non-gaslighting nurse practitioner to do this in this area. I really appreciate her, and regardless of the decision that the VA decides to make from this exam today, I just don't see how they can deny me. I just don't see how they can continue just to deny it. I just don't see it. I don't understand why. I don't see why they are questioning this. And I was really triggered the last exam, like just night and day, like night and day. It's crazy. Night and day between contracted people. And so I really hope that they keep this one, because she's going to do the veterans. She's doing the veterans a good job, and she's doing a terrible job for the VA going over the time frame, but that's what's needed for us veterans. And it's those kind of people that are willing to go the extra mile to make sure that they have everything that they need to help the VA make a decision on my compensation. I was really distraught and disgruntled that they wouldn't give me a freaking veteran exam in my freaking town that I live in. There's veteran exams that are held there. There's a sign in front of the place. But they're not actively doing any veteran exams. They don't have any practitioners there. There's like a shortage of doctors, I swear. And then I've been reading some articles. I read some articles last night trying to go to sleep after I finally got a hold of my mom at 5 a.m. to be like, I haven't slept, Mom. I got an appointment at 10:30. I got my exam. And she's like, I'm sorry, honey. And I'm like, my mom's out of town. My dad's out of town. So that's why I'm going to be recording my canning process today and show y'all how I'm making my applesauce. I'm going to have to do a lot of pausing so I can... like I said, I don't do the editing, If I could just get one of y'all to edit for me. I can't afford to pay anybody for it right now, but hopefully I can get better content, If only I had an editor, I could take the time to learn stuff to edit things to how I, envision it to be. I'm the artist and I'm going to be picky though, so you gotta have a thick skin to work with me. Not gonna lie, you gotta have a thick skin. But if anybody wants to help me make me better thumbnails, or help me figure out a program that might help me, that's easy, that's not time consuming to learn. I need to learn how to build a website for my jewelry still. But one thing at a time. Once I finish my canning, I'm gonna get back to my bracelet and lanyard making. And then I can get down to the dispensary and do a presentation, a pitch of how much I want for the pieces, appropriate pricing. Basically $2 for bracelets. Well, the typical price is $3, or 2 for $5. But why would they want more than one without the QR code? So I don't know. So I'm trying to make non-marijuana ones too, so people that don't like other people to know that they smoke it, they can use a lanyard or something, or a bracelet or a necklace that doesn't have any MJ themes except for the one bead that has the QR code on it. So I'm trying to be creative and making non-MJ themed jewelry, but I'm also making some kind of seasonal stuff for Halloween coming up for the dispensary with their QR code. But it doesn't say anything about Halloween. It's just more Halloween colors like orange and... I didn't do a straight... Yeah, maybe I did do a straight orange and black, but it was sparkly. Maybe I need to do a solid orange and black. I did a purple and black. It looks really cool with some bat charms and stuff on it, beads. But yeah. I need to make one that has the Hawk Twa 24 on it too, because people are going to get a kick out of that. I'm excited for that. And then I found out I'm going to be placing another order with my QR code bead maker. I'm going to order some cheese beads next month from them. So I need to start really preparing on my bead making. I really need to get over canning season and be done with canning so I can go back to my bracelets and gaming only. It's kind of complicated to do canning, gaming, and bracelet making. I'm and doctor appointments. I'm kind of overwhelmed doing all of it at the same time. So I kind of have to just finish the canning first. And I do games still with my friend when he gets on in the evenings when he gets home from work. But we only get 1 or 2 rounds of zombies in, and I'm behind on my leveling and my characters and Call of Duty. I'm 60 levels behind from last season, and now I have to try and make up for it this season. So I have to really... And this season I think is shorter than the rest because they're releasing the new Call of Duty Black Ops in October. So it's only going to be 4 weeks instead of 6, or 4 weeks instead of 8 weeks for season 6 in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. So I don't have much time to make up all these levels. I have less time. And I have more levels to go than the normal, so I can maximize and max out on my levels. I was so good in Call of Duty for a while. I will be max level every season by the end of the season. But summertime is my time to go do other things. There's a reason why I get behind this time of year, because I'm trying to live my life outside of doctors and being home. Being home all the time is depressing. because I have too much stuff to do. I get overwhelmed very easily, as y'all can see. Oh gosh, I usually use the restroom, but my back also hurts. I'm already out of alignment. My digestion's a little tied up already. It was tossing and turning in bed last night. I could not get comfortable for the life of me. I kept going out of alignment in different spots. So I'm like, great, this is going to be fun for Saturday. I have a chiropractor appointment on Saturday. Didn't even know they were open on Saturdays. I'm like, really? I've been coming here for 2 years and you all didn't tell me about Saturdays. Effers. And effers. I tell that to their face too. They actually encourage it. They encourage cussing at them. They love being roasted. They love riling people up. Both of them. I love those guys. I love my chiropractors. They're freaking amazing, nice people, and they really do make me feel comfortable. Now I gotta walk around in my veteran hat in the store. I got things for my service from one of the people at the. So my veteran exam was held in the physical therapist's office this morning. Excuse me. My vagus nerve is kind of trying to be active right now, and I gotta go use the restroom. It's out one hole, it's out the other. Gross. Bodily functions are gross. But I try to make fun of them because I have to deal with them a lot. But yeah, my digestion's a little tied up. I don't really feel like eating much. I'm scared to eat because of when I go to the restroom. But this has had more time to digest yesterday's food because I was awake for so long last night without going, which has been like the pattern over the last 2 nights, or 3 or 4 nights of insomnia. Now I can potentially get some good sleep tonight if I don't nap too much today. If I can just make it to at least 6:30 p.m. or 7 o'clock tonight, that'll be great. I need to try and call, Celia back. I've been kind of ghosting her a little bit the last 2 days. I did answer her once yesterday, but she was on a time limit, so she was able to get off the phone a lot faster. And she tried calling me back, but I was too busy trying to go back to sleep, but then also being too engaged in my TV show to go to sleep. Until it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, I finally finished the show that I was watching, and I'm like, oh man. Texted my mom at 5. I can't sleep. I think I fell asleep from like 6:30 until like 7:30 or 8 or something. I don't know, maybe I got 2 hours. I don't know. I kept waking up and I'm looking at the clock and waiting for my alarm to go off because the anxiety from the PTSD. Anxiety and PTSD go hand in hand with each other. It's like one and the same to me. My anxiety is my PTSD. I get so triggered. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can't do anything. I get so ramped up and just riled up about stuff. It's easy to do. I'm sensitive. I'm sensitive to everything. Now, if only I just don't go into the store and go blow all my freaking money because I have to make a couple credit card payments. I don't have much money left. I need to make it last for gas for the last 2 weeks of this month. And I may be going up to Portland to hang out with Celia overnight in person for a night. I feel like I'm getting a little overwhelmed because I just have so much to do, and I don't have time to do many friend things at the moment. My friend wants me to come over for a house party towards the end of October, and even right now I'm kind of iffy on that, and that's like over a month out, you know. But I'm not even trying to commit to that because I'm freaking burnt out, guys. I'm burnt out and stressed about all of this stuff. I feel a lot better, like a big weight has lifted off my shoulders today with this veteran exam because I don't think I'm going to have to fight it anymore. Now all I just have to focus on is getting my tethered cord referral, get my EMG results tomorrow, and send that into the VA to help my case with the invalid today. I can't wait to see my stupid results. They better have sent the results over by now. I'm gonna be mad otherwise. Man, I should have stopped by their doctor's office and be like, hey, can you guys make sure to request these records for Dr. Lee for tomorrow? Can you make sure that he has my results tomorrow so he can go over those with me? I think I'll call their office, actually. I'll call them and be like, hey, I'd much rather do it in person. I'm better with like communication, seeing body language and facial expressions when I talk to them to kind of gauge whether they're actually going to do their job or not. But it's not the VA that's a problem with communication. I mean, it is the VA that has the communication problems, not my Medicare doctor. The Medicare doctor is who I see tomorrow. So I have to start referring to my primary care doctors as my VA primary and my Medicare primary. My Medicare doctor, my VA doctor. There we go. It's shorter, easier to say. So I got a VA doctor I'm going to rarely see, but I just need referrals for. Oh, and I got approved for 15 visits to physical therapy I got to schedule. We're starting with pelvic floor, and then we're going to move on to the core, strength. We're just going to keep extending my physical therapy for different things. So I'm excited. So excited to get back into physical therapy. It's going to help me get into a routine of being up in the morning, taking Stormy to the park after that. She just got a bath this morning, so she's all nice and clean and smells good. So I can get her all stinky over the next week's weather, because it's probably going to be crappy. It's fall time in Oregon. Lots of rain. It already is fall to me. It's like fall time. It's not summer anymore. When is the equinox? Huh. We should be changing our time here pretty soon. Or is that in winter time? No, fall back, spring forward. So it's not even officially fall, I know. But we're going to gain and we're going to lose an hour. We're going to, go back, fall back, spring forward. I hate going into Walmart and shopping. At least it's going to be under $59. They better have the self-checkout open, darn it. I'm going to have less than 15 items too. Because I already went grocery shopping. And Safeway, way more expensive in my town, but it's either grocery outlet, Roth's, or Safeway. And Roth's is definitely expensive because they're mostly all local and they charge more. But I like to shop local, Vice, Safeway, generic. I don't know, it's kind of a toss-up. Roth's and Safeway are about the same price now, honestly. So I could probably just shop at Roth's, and it's actually a little healthier for me. More organic and local, and at least I'm helping the economy in the local area, which I'd rather do than freaking national. But got my corset on. Got this nasty ass watermelon, and it just doesn't taste right. I just don't like wasting food. But I'm gonna sign out and get shopping. And I need to walk around. My stomach's hurting. My stomach hurts. I need to take stuff out of this too, because I can't be walking around with this heavy weight of a freaking battery in here. Like, I have this external battery, and this is for my heated vest, and I need to charge it because it obviously has no power into it. But I need to make sure to take that in my house when I get home. Because my phone's going in my purse here, and that's heavy enough, bringing weight down, making me imbalanced walking with my weight not distributed on it. I should be using my hydro pack, honestly, to make sure that the weight is distributed on my back versus this crossbody bag. I shouldn't be using this at all. But it was just what I grabbed. So thank you all for watching. my update on my medical journey and misadventures with the VA and the adventures that I experienced being disabled on the daily basis. Frozen in anxiety, fear, and PTSD that it keeps me from sleeping, and then I self-sabotage myself with shows that I get engaged in. I just trying to distract myself from all the bull that I'm dealing with. But at least half of it's through, and I can just start focusing on the other things that are normal for me. Like my medical care and gaming and beads instead of just canning, and trying to get all these complicated referrals done with the VA, and call my therapist's office, call my primary Medicare's office. Yeah, I've got my hands full today, so I better get to it. It's 12:30. Peace out, y'all.